In this video, I'm going to be ranking the 3 best websites you can use as a reseller to start reselling, find high quality product, and actually get trusted suppliers in 2025. Now, I know a lot of you guys struggle with finding suppliers for products like AirPods, cologne, spider hoodies, clothing, and even these stupid ass Labubus that people are supposed to be selling. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys the 3 best websites you can actually use to start your reselling journey, and I'm going to be ranking them best to worst. So if you guys want the best website with trusted suppliers, reselling tools, and literally everything you need to actually start, make sure you wait until the end because I'll be revealing my personal suppliers and how I scaled my reselling business from $0 to over $10,000 a month. But before we do that, I think it's important to tell you guys a little bit about myself and what I do. My name is Braden, and 6 months ago, I was working at a grocery store making barely $15 an hour. I was broke as shit. I was unhappy with my life, but I wanted to learn how to make some money. And then I stumbled across reselling. I took my last $100 to my name, invested it in 4 colognes, and 6 months later, I was able to scale that to over $10K a month. I'm 16 years old, and ever since I started reselling, I've been able to drop out of school, quit my job, and buy my first car, all in the span of 6 months. So if you guys actually want to have a transformation like that and learn how I did this and how you can do it too, stay until the end because I'm going to show you guys the full process. Now, the first website you guys can actually use to start reselling is going to be Alibaba.com. Now, Alibaba is an all-in-one spot for basically every single product you need. You can find products like AirPods, colognes, clothing, accessories, literally every single product you could possibly imagine. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to find vendors with Alibaba. First thing that you're actually going to want to do if you want to find a high quality product is basically just type it into the search bar. So let's say that you want to find some AirPods. So you're going to go ahead and type in search, and now you're basically left with all of these suppliers. Question is, how do you actually find out which of these suppliers are trusted and which ones you should actually use? And for this, it is going to be a little bit of a tedious process, but it will be worth it in the end. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to, let's say, choose this vendor. Once you click on the vendor, you can basically see what the AirPods look like, quality, everything like that. Obviously, in this listing, they're not going to show you what the AirPods are. They're not going to show you what it looks like because it is technically like illegal to sell these. However, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click this button on the very bottom that says chat now. And once you click that button, you're going to be brought to a screen like this where you can basically chat with your suppliers. Now, when you actually do this, you're going to want to ask them 3 questions. Number 1, you want to ask them for quality videos, quality checks, valid serial numbers, batch codes, all those different types of things. You're going to want to ask them what their shipping times are and if they offer any bulk deals. Now, this is super important because if you can actually take advantage of bulk deals, you're going to get your products for way cheaper. And as being a reseller, I highly suggest getting multiple of each product and not just starting off with 1 pair of AirPods or 1 cologne and getting 2 pairs of AirPods, 2 pairs of colognes, 3 pairs of spider hoodies, whatever it might be. That way, once you sell that first pair, you still have more to sell and you don't have to wait for shipping again. But the thing is with Alibaba is that you are not going to find an amazing supplier right away. So what you're actually going to want to do after you hit up your first supplier, simply just go back to the supplier finder and just message like 10 or 20 of them. And once you actually do that, you message about 10 or 20 suppliers, you can find out the best one. And then from there, you can actually order a test product. If it doesn't work, if it's not good, go on to a different supplier, but if it is good, just stick with that and run with it. Now, this process is pretty long and it's going to take you a while to actually find a trusted supplier. That's why Alibaba is at 3rd place. It's an amazing spot to find vendors, but the shipping times are high. The shipping rates are also high, meaning you're going to get taxed on shipping. And not all of these vendors are USA based, meaning it might take a while to actually get your product. Now, the second best spot to actually look as a reseller for suppliers is going to be Instagram. This might actually surprise you because you're probably thinking, Braden, how can you find suppliers on Instagram? But the truth is there are dozens of good Moissanite suppliers, spider hoodie suppliers, AirPod suppliers, literally all over this platform. They're literally running ads and making content all the time. So if you just optimize your feed to see reselling content, you will find good suppliers. What I'd highly suggest for this method is what you're going to want to do is create a new Instagram account. Once you actually create that new account, this account is strictly going to be used for finding suppliers. And what you're going to do is follow a bunch of big resellers in your space, continue liking their content, like a bunch of reselling content, engage with it, and your feed is naturally just going to be full of reselling videos. Now your feed is literally just full of options with suppliers that you can use. You can look into them, see if they're trusted. And if they are, you can actually go ahead and order from them if you'd like, but you want to make sure that your feed is actually optimized to find the best quality suppliers. And you can do the same thing on TikTok by making a new account and optimizing your feed. But I know a bunch of people who have found high quality suppliers off Instagram, just like my boy. He's making over 100K a month with reselling, and all of his suppliers came from Instagram. Now, there are a lot of scams on Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and all these social media platforms, which is why you do actually need to be careful. But if you optimize your feed and just think a little bit about who you're buying from and like what their marketing is, and you can just look at them and see if they're trusted or not, it's going to be pretty simple to find suppliers. Now, the final spot that I would highly recommend any of you guys use to find suppliers is going to be this website, bksupply.store. Now, the reason why this website is actually so good is because all of the vendors and products are USA based, meaning they're going to get to you in 2 to 5 days. As well as this, there's tons of positive customer reviews. The products are all super high quality, and they're what I personally use to take my business from 0 to over $10,000 $1,000 per month. Now, just actually taking a quick look at this website, looking at, for example, the 1-to-1 fare pods, they do actually come with free shipping and they are $35 a piece. However, if you actually order more, you can see that you're getting amazing bulk deals. And you might be thinking, Braden, $35 is fucking ridiculous. It's actually not when you factor in the idea that the shipping is completely free, the products are the highest quality you can possibly get, and they show up to you in 2 to 5 days, meaning you can have that $35 flipped into at least $120 to $150 literally within a week. And not only this, but products like the 1-to-1 AirPods actually come with a receipt saying that you paid $250 for them. And just actually looking at these AirPods, bro, you can tell that they are super high quality. Now, AirPods is not the only thing this supplier offers. If you actually go to the product page, you can see that there are a bunch of different products. You guys can get access to colognes, spider hoodies, AirPod Maxes, and you guys can even cop supplier bundles like the summer supplier bundle that comes with accessories, all the clothing items you need, HealthStar with NFC, colognes, Prada shades, watches, etc. Or even this all supplier bundle that literally has over 10 trusted USA-based suppliers. Now, looking at one of these vendor bundles, you can see that there are dozens of positive customer reviews, just like this dude Marcus, who literally spent his last $100 on these vendors and made $300 his first week, as well as a bunch of other positive customer reviews, as you guys can see right here. And if you want access to these suppliers, just go to link in my bio or go to bksupply.store and you can see all these reviews and suppliers and even physical products for yourself. Now, those are the top 3 websites that I personally use to take my reselling business from zero to over $10,000 a month in less than 6 months as a 16-year-old. If you guys want more information on how to start reselling, you want someone you can actually trust to give you valuable, applicable information that literally anybody can use to be successful with this business model, just go ahead and watch a bunch more of my YouTube videos. Go to my Instagram at beacon.supply and watch a bunch of my content there. I'm literally dropping free game every single day. And if you guys have high quality suppliers and follow the steps I show you, you will be on your way to 10K a month with reselling in no time. Now, with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching this video. And if you learned something or have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below and I'll catch you guys in the next one.